Hi guys, and welcome to Monday's workout, April 6th, 2020, and I don't even know what day of quarantine we are on right now. It's all just starting to become a blur. So today's workout, we are going to be doing, it's for time. There will be a 30-minute cap to this workout. It is an 800-meter carry, so either a farmer's carry or a front rack carry. I prefer a front rack carry or a front hold, and I'll show you that in a minute. So it will be an 800-meter carry, followed by 100 burpees, yes, I know, followed by 100 goblet squats, and then finally one more 800-meter carry. And we can go over modifications for all of that in a little bit, and just a way to tackle this workout that might be more effective for you. So the warm-up for today, we're going to start with a few 20-second sequences here, and the first movement in the sequence is going to be a forward bend. All right, so forward bend, your feet can be below the hips. If you need to go a little bit wider here, that's fine as well. But you're just gonna bend forward, right? Try to touch your toes, okay, if you can, or even go drop a little bit further. Now, in saying that, I don't want you to try and touch your toes and have your knees bent, right? This isn't gonna get you the hamstring stretch that we're looking for. So even if you can only go to here, right, and as long as your knees are locked out, that's what I'm really looking for here. Right, so if you can do your toes, great. But if not, go to wherever you start to feel good hamstring stretch in the back of the legs, okay? So you'll hold that for 20 seconds, after which you're gonna get your feet about squatting stance, so shoulder width, right? And from here, you're gonna drop down into a sumo squat. So I'm pressing my elbows out against my knees, chest is up, just hanging out. You can even kind of shift back and forth here if you like, right, to get a little extra stretch in the hips. You'll hold that for 20 seconds, okay? All right, so after you're done with your sumo squat, you're gonna go into an up dog for 20 second hold an up dog. So you're gonna walk out to a plank, here comes Ben, into my face here. All right, drop your hips, really drive your shoulders over your fingers, looking up. You're gonna hold this for 20 seconds, and then lift your hips, press back towards the ground, and drive your heels towards the ground and press your chest towards your toes for a 20-second downward dog hold. From there, once you've held that for 20 seconds, you're gonna step forward into a lunge. Really keep that back knee up if you can, right? And driving your knee out. This front heel should be down, okay? I don't wanna see the heel up, just down, getting a good stretch in one side. And then from there, step the other foot forward, get a good stretch in the other side. From there, you're gonna drop your hips one more time into an up dog, right? And look up here if you want. And then lift the hips, drive back into downward dog, and then reach back if you can with your right fingers to touch your left toe or grab your left leg, and then switch sides, reach, touch, and hold. And you'll hold each of those sides for 15 seconds, okay? Once we've gone through that, we're gonna do 40 jumping jacks, okay? So you guys know jumping jacks, right? Just 40, nice and easy, all right? When you get through your 40 jumping jacks, we're gonna walk ourselves out and do 10 push-ups. So for your push-ups, I'm looking for your elbows to stay nice and tight towards your sides, right? Chest to the ground. Keep your core nice and tight throughout, right? Don't let yourself sag. If you cannot achieve this, you can go to your knees here, all right? Or if you have a medicine ball or anything at home even, you can rest your legs, right, on a medicine ball, or any kind of ball really, like a basketball, and it will assist you a little bit there, all right? But if you're just on your knees, make sure that you send your entire torso to the ground. Don't lay on the ground here, right? Just go towards the ground and then drive right back up, staying under tension the entire time. After you're done with your 10 push-ups, you're gonna give us 10 air squats. So for your air squats, your feet should be shoulder width, right? My core is nice and tight. I'm gonna send my hips back, drive my knees out, sitting back into my heels, and I have my hands up to help me keep my chest up. So from the side, make sure when you squat that you're continually pressing your butt back, right? And then driving out of the heels and squeezing your butt to stand. So butt back, drive up and stand. You'll do 10 of those. After that, we're gonna do 5 burpees. So we're just warming you up for burpees here. For your burpees, you can do either a step back or a jump back burpee, right? So hands to the ground. You can either step back, lower down, come right back up and step up. Or if you want to do a jump back, back, jump up. For burpees, a technique that I really like to use and I like to think about whenever I'm doing them is when I come out of my burpee, I like to think, just like we did in that downward dog where you're really thinking about pushing your chest back towards your heels, right? It really helps me to engage my back and really help it play a part in helping me get out of that burpee. And it also keeps me from landing so much in a squat like this when I come up. And in today's workout, that's going to be really important because immediately after your burpees, you have goblet squats. And you're going to be extra tired if you're landing in a squat on a regular basis when you're coming out of your burpees. So that's something that you might want to practice in your warm-up today. Speaking of goblet squats, that's going to be your next movement. So I have my 25-pound dumbbell here. If you don't have, or if your weight is too heavy, you can do regular air squats today. But for your goblet squat, if you have a kettlebell, right, you're just going to hug it to your chest. Elbows stay nice and high. You're going to sit down into a squat and drive up. So again, all those things that we talk about in an air squat. Your core is tight, right? Your feet are shoulder width. You're sitting your butt back and down. And as you travel down, knees drive out. And then really think about leading with the elbows to stand. You will do 10 goblet squats. After that, you're going to do a 100-meter carry. So if you don't have this marked out from your house, maybe give us like 30 seconds carry one direction and then 30 seconds back. So your options today, if you have the capability of doing this, I prefer that you do a front rack walk today like this, okay? If you're holding a kettlebell, obviously it's going to be more uncomfortable, all right? But front rack walk. Now, if you cannot do that with the weight that you have today, you can go to a farmer's carry, right? But what I'm looking for in either of these is that you're staying nice and engaged in your core and your walk, right? Obviously, the front rack walk is going to require a lot more of your core stability, right, as you walk through than the farmer's carry will, okay? So whichever one works for you. Your workout, again, it's going to be that front rack carry that we just talked about, or you could do a farmer's carry. So as far as the time intent for that 800-meter carry, I want you to do the entire thing and it should not take longer than 5 minutes. So if it looks like that's going to take, whatever you're doing, it's going to take longer than that, you have a few options. You could obviously just run the 800 meters, right, or quickly walk it. Obviously just do the farmer's carry. You could reduce the distance down. So you could basically, if you don't know where 800 meters is, you could do like 2 minutes out, right, from wherever your house is, and then do it 2 minutes back. And whatever that distance is, that's fine. From there, you're going to do 100 burpees. So your 100 burpees should take no more than 10 minutes. So a couple options for that, guys. You could obviously do a regular burpee, but another option is just doing a burpee down to a plank and then back up, right? That's a great option for you to do. You can, again, do step back or jump back, okay, in either of those. If you obviously can do just regular burpees, do so. And then from there, you would go into 100 goblet squats. So your goblet squats should take no more than 7 minutes, all right? They should be about 5 to 7, no more than 7 minutes, okay? And one way to tackle this, guys, that is, I think, a good option is maybe to break the burpees and the goblet squats up together. Obviously, if you can do this right through, so 100 burpees and 100 goblet squats straight, that's great. But if you can't, that's also fine. You could break it up. You could do 10 burpees, 10 squats, 10 burpees, 10 squats, right? And just do 10 rounds of that. Or break it up however you see fit on that. Finally, when you get through your goblet squats, you're going to go right back to the last carry. And again, front rack or farmer's carry at that point. It's up to you, whatever you're capable of. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, and the last thing, again, in the goblet squats, if your weight that you have from us or at home is too heavy, obviously just doing a regular air squat, 100 regular air squats is going to be pretty brutal. So especially after the burpees, and you'll just move faster. Once you guys are done, you're gonna do a really quick cool down. So you're gonna do 2 rounds of a dynamic calf stretch because your calves are gonna be pretty tight. I know mine were after last week's burpees. Everybody else was complaining about their shoulders. I felt like my calves were gonna rip off. So for a dynamic calf stretch, you're gonna go into almost that downward dog position, right? But you're gonna come up onto your toe and then drive your heel to the ground. Another good option if your shoulders are a little smoked is just to go into that downward dog and alternate just driving one heel to the ground while bending the opposite knee. This is a great alternative, okay? From there, you're gonna go into a Spiderman stretch. So Spiderman stretch, you're going to go into a lunge. You can drop this back knee if you need to, and you're gonna go all the way down to your elbows if you can. If you can't, stay high, but I just want you to get a nice stretch all the way through here, okay? All the way through the hip. Another good option is a lying down glute stretch where you just lay down, put the one ankle on the opposite knee, reach through between the legs, grab the back of your back leg and pull in and drive this knee in the opposite direction. You'll get a good stretch. Finally, the last movement that you're gonna do for stretching out is a hands on a box or a wall or whatever object you have available to you and driving your chest down, getting a good stretch in your shoulders, okay? So you'll do 20 of the calf stretches on either side. You'll do 30 seconds of a Spiderman lunge and then a 45-second hands on the wall, box, whatever object stretch. And I want you to do 2 rounds of that. And that's it. That's your workout for the day. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope to see some of you in class. Bye.
What about Ben?
Oh, Ben. Ben misses all of you. Look at this. Say it. Say I miss you. Can you do it? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh.
This channel's becoming animal abuse.
Say, I miss you all. I miss all of you. This is my life now. I'm stuck with these people 24 hours a day.
This is gonna. You're gonna be famous.
You're gonna be famous, Ben? Dude, Ben went for a walk today. He's exhausted. This is it.